Again, just standing right in front of a huge clump of seaweed. If that thing gets in the way, I am done with this fish. Oh no. Oh. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to another episode. We are about to have another short pound session. Today we're going to be primarily targeting big Corbina while sight fishing. High tide was about an hour ago, but it looks like the water looks a little bit muddy. It's cloudy. And so visibility is going to be a little bit of an issue, but the tide's going to be kind of sucking out here over the next couple hours, and once it hits maybe about a 2 and below, I think there'll be a little window here where hopefully the Corbina will show up. And then we got the good old-fashioned light line set up, the old faithful Shimano Stradic CI4 3000, got 6-pound top shot on there, and gonna be throwing on the Trifecta Lite 8-foot, and it's the Trifecta Lite. And we got that paired up with a size 8 owner mosquito hook. And today we'll be throwing it on a glass bead with a 1/4 ounce bullet sinker and 4-pound fluorocarbon leader. So we're gonna go ahead and make some sand crabs for that. And hopefully if we can see the Corbina coming in thick, we'll go ahead and target that with that. But first we'll go ahead and make bait. You gotta love fishing, because at the end of the day, you never know how it's gonna go until you get out there. You can be full of hope and have a really tough session, or you can just be hopeless and not expect anything and have the time of your life. So we'll see how it goes. We're gonna enjoy our session here. Thanks so much for tuning in, guys. This is a very, very nice spot, and one in which if the Corbina do show up today on this beach, it's gonna be right here. So I wanted to explain why I like this spot, but check out what I saw about 30 minutes later. A very nice Corbina with its back out of the water in ultra skinny water. But the question is, why? Well, check out this screenshot of where we just saw that bean exiting. What we're looking at is a very subtle bubble or pocket that's formed in otherwise very flat and skinny conditions. It's not always easy to see with the naked eye, but when you're walking, keep an eye out for these subtle indentations with the receding tide, along with sand crab beds. This is a more obvious example of what we're looking for at a negative tide at a different beach on a different day, but the principle remains the same. Find the structure, find the fish. But enough of me boring you with these details. Let's go ahead and find out how the rest of the session went. The one I saw, he was not spooked. Looked like he was feeding. Looked like a confident bean that would readily eat the sand crab if presented properly. And I think that's the madness and the insanity of Corbina fishing, is making the right cast at the right time. Oh man, there's one that was oh my gosh. All right, guys, looks like we found the beans. All right, guys, I'm in a nice little pocket here. Just saw about 5 beans just with their backs out of the water cruising here. So I think we're in the right spot. Let's see if we can get one. Got one in my sights right now, guys. Saw him scooting out a minute ago. He was right back in. Made a lead cast. I'm right on top of him, right on his path. So what you want to do is you want to lead him to your crab. On, guys. Look at that. Woo! Oh man, there's more. Oh my gosh. He's fighting. I just spooked like 3 other ones. Woo, look at him scream. So this is the stretch that I was working originally where I was seeing him. I just couldn't get him to commit. This time the sun came out, visibility was a little bit better. Definitely had a classic Corbina burst. Close to 20, looks like. I don't know if the camera can pick it up. There he is right here. He's still swimming out, so he's not ready to be landed. Keep your rod tip low, and when he wants to make another run, he will. He saw me and he freaked. So there he goes. Yeah, when you're chasing Corbina on light line, you just have to take it easy. They like to hang out in the front, and you'll be at the end of your leader sometimes, but they just take time, and I can't stress that enough. Heartbreak. That's probably the first decent bean that I've lost sight fishing. Oh man, I knew that was bound to happen sometime. All right guys, so I finally hooked up with a solid fish, probably 20 inches, maybe around 20. Wasn't terribly big, but had him on for a couple minutes. Was busy talking to the camera, and the hook, he just spit the hook. And man, I'm devastated. Was a good fish. I've never lost a fish sight fishing once I had him hooked like that, and he just came unbuttoned. So I'm super bummed, but it's still early, so we're gonna keep our head up high. They were piled up there. They were stacked up, maybe 5 of them feeding. I'm gonna give them a little break. I marked the spot, and I'll be back. Give them about an hour or so, and hopefully they'll be back at it. So. We're gonna kind of walk here. It looks like there's beans spread out throughout this beach, so we'll try to find another pocket, and then we'll head back and try to get those ones that we just saw. Head up, let's go. Fish on. Yeah! Oh, he's a screamer. Oh, I saw one tailing, made a lead cast. Oh, let's see if we can get this one home, guys. This would, be such good redemption or double heartbreak. So I'm gonna try to play it right. Keep it low. Play it safe. I still don't know what I did wrong on the first one. I can't see it. I just can't get eyes on this guy just because the water's so soupy. Oh, he's shaking his head. He's trying to shake the hook. Woo! Shaking his head. He's not happy. I'm about 50 yards from where I hooked him. Oh boy, this guy is making some pretty violent head shakes. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I'm on edge because I really want to land this guy. So you just gotta play him. Be patient. I was patient last time, I thought. I got something on my line there and hoping it doesn't clip my line. Looks to be a good sized fish. Oh my gosh, he's sizzling. There's a huge clump of seaweed in front of me. I'm gonna stand right in front of it to make sure it doesn't get in the way. He's turning every which way. And of course he just hangs out right next to this huge clump of seaweed. If he gets caught in there, I'm done. So I'm just leading him back around. And try to pay attention to his head changes. This guy's swimming back and forth, north and south. And along with the tide that comes in, I'm about 75 yards north of where I hooked him now. And I'm pretty much holding put. There is some salad in the way that can be a problem. I mean, this guy has made maybe 4 or 5 solid runs. So, also with the Corbina, you don't have to constantly be reeling. A lot of times they're gonna be just hanging out in the skinny, just kind of cruising after you've got them hooked. So a lot of times you just got to keep the tension on the line and hold them there with your rod. and just wait till he tires out. As always, I've said it repeatedly, guys, when they're ready to land, they'll beach themselves. They'll get beached with the tide when they're too tired to fight anymore. Again, just standing right in front of a huge clump of seaweed. If that thing gets in the way, I am done with this fish. This clump is so big that I wouldn't even be able to pick it up and move it. I'm just standing on it right now. Oh, he's very close to being landed. This would break my heart. It's been, I'm guessing it's been 10 minutes at least. I've been super confident every time I've hooked one of these fish in the past year, but after losing the one I lost earlier, I'm just so nervous that I'm not gonna be able to land this guy. He's so close to being landed, guys. We don't want him swimming this way. We want him to turn around. Oh boy, this is getting hairy, guys. He's right at my feet. But we're right back at the clump of seaweeds again. We got him turned the right way. We got him turned south. That's the way we want to land him. That's the way we want him to move. He keeps trying to go north into the seaweed. He's right here at my feet right now. So close to being landed. So close yet so far. Oh no. Oh. This has been one heck of a fight. I would say the best fight I've ever had on a Corbina, and I'm still not certain that I'm going to land him even though he's exhausted. So just there, I don't know if you saw it, but there's two huge clumps of seaweed, and he went right in between them, and the line went under. They were connected by, the two clumps of seaweed were connected, and he went right under the connection. And so I actually had to loop my rod and reel through underneath to not snag off. Now he's headed right back over to it again, and I don't want him going there. Now he's in another seaweed clump. I don't know, guys. This is not looking good. He's a chunk. He does not want to come in. I'd say we're pushing 15 minutes now, and he's exhausted, but he doesn't want to give up. Is this the one? Oh, he's turning one more time. We almost got him, guys. You don't want to grab him too early. He's still got a lot of kick. If I tried to grab him right now, he'd shake his head off, and he'd be right back out in the ocean. I don't know how long he is, but he's definitely a girthy guy. Very, very close to being landed. Very, very close. This is the push I needed, I think. This is gonna push him up far enough into the sand where I can land him. Oh, he's going back out. Oh gosh. Oh my gosh, guys. This is, I'm gonna run back to my spot right now, give him a measure. Not only is he long, but he's incredibly fat. This guy's been eating. Woo, look at this guy. Let's measure him out. My goodness. Only over 20 inches. Yeah, just over 21. So yeah, he's not, I was thinking he didn't look that long, but he's one of those classics. He might not be that long, but he sure is fat. All right, guys, so stoked. Measured out to about 21, maybe just a tad under a 21. But my goodness, what a fight. He's just full-bodied. He's, you know, not quite, but along the lines of a spot fin croaker. He's just so fat and got so much meat on him. So super stoked to catch him. I have to look back, but it must have been a 15-minute fight. Sweet redemption, man. I lost one earlier today. This one was even better. Pitch a sand crab right onto a bed where I knew that they'd be tailing. Sure enough, this guy came in within like 20 seconds and took it. So super, super grateful. It's gonna take a while to revive, so let's go ahead and get to it. Oh my gosh, guys, that was, you know what? I always think that I tend to think, anytime I've had a good day, I tend to think like, oh yeah, I got Corbina fishing down, I got sight fishing down. I know nothing, man. They pretty much broke me today. Very, very grateful to have a little bit of redemption. What a day, man. Super grateful. I'm gonna call it, man. It's gonna be the proverbial last cast bean. It always seems to be that way for me. It's the last cast because I don't leave until I catch the one I want. So thanks so much for tuning in, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. Tight lines.